Well, we were the region underperformers today. In fact, not just region, globally we underperformed today as a market. So while you had Asia actually scale up in the green, about almost 1.5% gain coming in for Shanghai. Japan up about 1%. Similar was the price action across Hong Kong. We were actually the region underperformers. On closing bell, we've shut shop just a little off from the session lows. Mind you, we even saw a breach of 17,900 today. 17,912 is where we've shut shop for the day, 110 points downtick of about 0.6%. We were down 1% at the session lows. The breadth of the market also languished today. So you had a good 139 stocks standing to the laggards, and largely all sectors were weighing heavy on the markets today, starting off with automobiles, banks, cap goods, cement, chemicals, FMCG, financials. Telecom as well was a laggard, but the big price action or the big dampener really came in from realty today within the F&O segment. That sector showed a downtick of about 3% coming in. The large caps were the ones which were weighing heavy on the index today. So SBI was down 2.5%, Bajaj Finance was down 2.5%, SBI Life again a 2.5% downtick, ONGC, TechM, Bajaj Finserv, Sun Pharma, Wipro, Tata Motors, Eicher Motors, Asian Paints, Axis Bank. It was clearly a large cap led downward day. On the flip side though, there were stocks within the large caps which managed to outperform and wade through today's storm as well. So Titan, for instance, held out very smartly. It was almost a 2% notch up that you saw at the intraday highs for this particular stock price. There was also Hindalco, which looked quite okay. There was M&M, which continues its winning streak for a third consecutive day on the trot now. So about another 0.7% gain coming in there as well. Let's move then to what was happening within the broader end of the market, because that's where also you saw a fair amount of stocks which were in focus. Lots of earnings as well, by the way. Pidilite reacted to its earnings. The stock shot up quite a fair bit. In fact, on closing bell, that stock was up a solid 4.5% on the futures. There was also a whole host of other names which we were reacting to. So Berger Paints came out with its earnings. In line at that, Zomato, not so much about the earnings, but it's more about the diversification that they talked about. The fact that they're looking to invest about $1 billion over the next 2 years. There was Narayana Hridalaya, Thermax, which were all in line set of numbers. Below estimate numbers for an Alembic Pharma, for a Birla Corp, for India Cements, EPL, Strides Pharma, as well as Galaxy Surfactants as well. Nykaa was surely the one stock that we were tracking, given the kind of high delivery volumes on its listing day and the market cap hitting the 1 lakh crore rupee club. Delivery volumes yesterday were as high as 51%. Today, the stock price, it dipped a little bit, but from there, that dip got bought, and we closed in with about 1.5% gain, pretty much around yesterday's closing high. 22.34 is where we shut shop for on Nykaa. Zomato as well was the other gainer in trade. But that said, today you've got Tata Steel delivering its numbers, which we'll react to come tomorrow morning, and Grasim as well is another set of earnings today. But yes, the texture of the market off late seems to be more sideways, so expect few more down days perhaps or flat days coming in the future.